This is a Class 47 diesel-electric locomotive in British Rail green livery. This tutorial will go through the start and stop procedure. Climb aboard to get going. Enter the cab through the door indicated. When you're ready, sit in the driver's seat. To get the loco started, set the battery isolation switch to the closed position. To activate the control desk, set the master key into the on position. Set the reverser into the engine only position. The locomotive is now ready to be started. Push the engine start button on the control desk. To release the air pressure holding the wheels, set the driver's brake to the running position. With the locomotive running, to get going, set the reverser to the forward position. To make others aware that this loco is operational, switch the headlights on. Turn the parking brake handle to release it. Finally, to get going, set the throttle to at least 20%. Well done, the loco is on the move. To maintain a specific speed, set the throttle back to the off position. To bring the locomotive to a gentle stop. Take this basic training and apply it to further operations and you'll do great. This is a Class 09 diesel-electric shunter used mainly for freight operations, but known to help with passenger procedures too. Let's take a look at the engine's starting and stopping procedures. Climb aboard to get started. Enter the cab through the door indicated. Before anything else, set up the marker lights. Turn the main switch on the panel up there to on. Now the main power switch is on, walk around the exterior of the locomotive and turn on all 4 marker lights. Great! Climb back aboard the locomotive and sit down in the driver's seat. To start the locomotive, hold the master key in the start position for at least 5 seconds. With the locomotive running, set the master key to the on position. The reverser lever determines the direction of travel. Set this into the forward position. Move the parking brake handle into the release position. Finally, to get going, set the throttle into position 1 for at least on the move. To maintain a specific speed, set the throttle back to the off position. To bring the locomotive to a gentle stop, set the driver's brake to the service 30% position. Take this basic training and apply it to further operations and you'll do great. Welcome to this Class 33 diesel-electric locomotive in British Rail green livery. This brief introduction will go through start-up, stopping and passenger door operations. A lot of time will be spent in the locomotive cab, so climb aboard to get started. To get the locomotive started, set the battery isolation switch. When ready, sit in the driver's seat. The master key is used to activate the control desk. The locomotive is now ready to be started. Release the brakes and allow the system to charge. Use the reverser to set the direction of travel. Headlights are used to inform others around that this train is active. Give a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe, then unlock the doors. Boarding is now complete. Set the doors to locked. With the startup procedure complete, release the parking brake. Increase the throttle to start moving. Don't apply too much power too quickly. Coasting is used to maintain a constant speed and be fuel efficient. Climbing or falling grades can affect this, however, It's time to bring the locomotive to a gentle stop. Be careful not to apply too much braking force too quickly. And that's all there is to it. Pretty simple. Good work. That's the basics covered. A manual can also be obtained that provides more detail about the full functionality of this locomotive.
Welcome to this Class 52 diesel hydraulic locomotive in maroon livery. This brief introduction will go through the start, stop and passenger procedures. Before getting started, some of the controls must be set in the rear cab, so head over and climb aboard. To allow fuel to flow to the engines, there are two engines in this locomotive. A handbrake is located in each cab, and they both need to be released before moving. Everything's now set in the rear cab, so head to the front cab and continue preparations. Continue the startup process by setting the battery isolation switch. As in the rear cab, set the fuel and isolation switches. A lot of time will be spent in the driver's seat. The master key is used to activate the control desk. Set the reverser in preparation to start the engines. This locomotive features two separate engines that are started independently. Now that the first engine is running, start the second one. Headlights are important in letting others around know that a locomotive is operating. Give a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe, then unlock the doors. It's time to get going. Set the doors to locked. To charge the brake system, set the brake control appropriately. The brake pipe will take a moment to charge. This can be observed by watching the brake dials. To set the direction of travel, use the reverser. With the startup procedure complete, release the remaining brakes. Increase the throttle to start moving. Do not apply too much power. With the train now moving, it's possible to apply more power, and focus can be diverted towards achieving the desired speed. Coasting. On the approach to Donifold halt, start applying a small amount of brake force to achieve a comfortable stop. As before, unlock the doors to allow access to the train for any passengers wishing to board or alight. Good work. That concludes all the basics of this locomotive.